This is the Peter Greenwood Show at the Edinburgh Fringe, and I'm sitting opposite somebody who's doing a show. Well, I say opposite, kind of to my right, but also diagonally. Angles are very important to me. Could you tell me your name and your show title, please?
My name is Michael DeBartolo, and my show is Tell Me Where Home Is, I'm Starting to Forget.
What is Tell Me Where Home Is, I'm Starting to Forget?
So, it's a queer solo show. It's autobiographical. It's my gay coming-of-age story, framed by the iconic yearning of Dorothy Gale.
Mm-hmm.
So it's through the lens of Dorothy's journey through Oz. And the show is very much an emotional roller coaster. So if, it's hard laughs and big feelings, all explored in the coming-of-age experience.
How did the show come about? How did you put it together?
So back in, I want to say 2018, I had what I would describe as a manic episode. And I was like, I'm going to write 100 stories about growing up gay in 100 days. And the incentive behind it was there just wasn't stories about the gay experience in youth, those early years that really captured the nuances of what I went through and what I think so many queer people go through. And I was like, I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna write these stories. And so I started just posting them on Facebook, and the responses were so visceral, and people started engaging with me and being like, thank you so much for sharing this. And then Humans of New York, which is a big, they picked up on one of them, and he interviewed me and was like, I want to share one of your stories. Specifically, it was about coming out to my dad. And so I was like, there's the world, I need to put this into the world. How exactly is to be seen. But then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do a solo show. I'm a performer, so...
Yeah. Make it all about you.
Yeah, here we are.
So, how did Wizard of Oz element come into it? Because on the flyer, you are dressed as Dorothy, and there is the expression "friend of Dorothy."
Of course,
if
darling.
you know, you know.
Yes, yes, and that line has roots. So, the reason for the Wizard of Oz is when I was very young, I had an experience where I realized I was gay at a very early age, around 7 or 8, and I didn't know what gay was, and I didn't know that gay existed. All I knew was that, Tommy in class gives me a feeling in my tummy.
Yeah.
And so I was looking for context for who I was in the world, and I didn't see it. And so I started looking in movies, and although I didn't see queer characters until a day that I did, which is a very tragic story, which I share in the show. But the first movie that I really saw myself was The Wizard of Oz. Right. And with, Dorothy's friends who all feel like something inside them's missing.
Yeah.
I'm not quite complete. It's the if only I had a brain. Yeah. Well, if only I was straight. Yeah. But the one that I really, felt saw myself in was Dorothy. And I have a line in the show where, she cries out, I want to go home. And even though I'm watching from my cozy family room couch, I think to myself, me too, Dorothy.
Yeah. And
that's where the Wizard of Oz comes in. And the rest of the show is this search for home through, my...
down the Yellow Brick Road.
Down the Yellow Brick Road, baby.
So... being that it is a very autobiographical story, were there things you maybe didn't want to include that were too personal to include? What was that process like?
So my parents read all of my stories because I was sharing them on Facebook. And when I told my mom, I'm going to make a solo show out of this, there were a few of them, she said, maybe don't include that one.
Right.
Those are the ones I put in my show.
Love that rebellion.
I was just like, no, because that's the kind of theater that changes people.
Yeah.
That's the kind of theater that moves me. It's the ones where I go, I can't believe they said that. And I'm so glad I'm not alone in that, because I feel that. I see myself in that. So really, I will say this. There's nothing in the show that I haven't processed.
Right.
There's nothing in the show that I'm still like grappling with, and it's enormously personal and enormously intimate, but it's nothing that like I'm still like going through it with, because that I don't think is fair to the audience or myself.
Yeah. I feel like that would be very tiring as well, having to do it night after night and go through that.
This shit is exhausting enough. I have, oh my God, this is like, this is the third week now. I have 3 shows left, and I need a new word for exhausted. Like, it's wonderful, but holy shit.
I feel like we could turn the word fringed into a word for exhausted. I am completely fringed, mate.
Yes, like,
Or I am
Frills.
I am fringed out.
yeah. No, I'm right there, but thankfully I actually, the easiest part is doing the show. That's the easy part.
Right.
The hard part is getting like flyering, and I came out here by myself, so like
So it's all on you.
it's all on me to be like, hello, my darling doves. Would you like to see a queer coming of age story? And they're like, oh, we're busy. But you gotta work it if you want anyone to see it.
Yeah. I feel like flying would be the most difficult part for me. I couldn't do that.
I will say, working in hospitality for as many years as I
Right.
did, I'm comfortable approaching people. I also love my show.
Yeah.
And so that it gives me the confidence to be like, I'm inviting you to something I believe is really special.
Yeah.
And so then it's more of, I feel more like I'm inviting you to the party instead of pleading for you to come.
Yeah, which is always a good position to be in.
Yeah, and it's like, and of course, like 98% of the people that I flyer don't come see my show. But I only need the 2% that are going to come see it. And I will say the absolutely right people have been seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And that's something I wanted to ask about, which ties into that, because you were saying about the stories you wanted to tell and include them. And it must feel so rewarding when the story that your mum said, maybe don't include that, you're putting it out there, and that's what somebody needs to hear at that moment. That must be very gratifying as a performer and a writer.
100%. It's very validating to know that, like, yes, people do need to hear this. And I think a big part of that is because they're the stories I needed.
Yeah.
And
You're being for somebody else what you didn't find.
that's, yeah, very beautifully said. Yeah.
I have a thing with this where I remember being a little kid and listening to the radio on a tiny little thing, and then I got onto the radio and was like, maybe some kid is sitting listening under their blankets to me, and I'm just a silly radio presenter telling fart jokes all day. Whereas you doing a show this powerful and important is changing somebody's life. That must feel very... Is there... I don't want to say onus on you as a performer to do that, but do you feel it's your responsibility?
I wouldn't say that. I would say it's my privilege, and it's an honor to do what I'm doing. I don't necessarily feel a responsibility, because if I didn't feel safe to do it, or I wasn't comfortable doing it, I don't think it would be right for me to do it. I think being that I'm so passionate about it and I believe in it so much, that it's just right for me.
And what is next for the show after the Fringe? Are you taking it elsewhere?
Well, there are many things potentially in the works. I actually just had lunch with this woman, Alice, who is a solo artist doing Wet Dream for Jesus. And
I've seen that.
Oh my god,
I've seen that poster.
I've fucking loved it. So we saw each other's show, and they're both coming of age and queer shows, and we were like, we should like double bill, like sell ourselves as a double bill, and see if we can. So I'm planning to speak to an advisor here and ask them like like how to strategize for next steps, because I don't have anything set, but like this is the beginning of my show. This is not anywhere near the end. How it unfolds
remains to be seen.
Yeah.
What about maybe something like a TV miniseries, a novel, audio drama?
An audiobook would, I think, like a collection of the stories, definitely be. And I had so many different thoughts of how to manifest this, and one of them was to find an illustrator and to have like the narrations with like a cartoon animation like going along with it. There's so many different things that, before it was a solo show, I was going to make like a collection of short stories and publish it.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, no, I want to perform this. So there's so many things that
The short stories are still on the table. You still have them?
Oh yeah. I mean the show is essentially it's all storytelling and narrative, and it's essentially a collection of short stories that are just threaded with a narrative. Yeah.
And where can people find out more about the show online? Are you on social media and whatnot?
So on EdFringe, the EdFringe website at Space UK, they can follow me on Instagram, Michael B. DeBartolo, and that's where all the
things are.
all the information lies.
All the things are out there.
Yes.
Just go and find them.
Yes. Instagram is the best place to like get in touch with me.
Instagram does seem to be taking over Twitter a little bit. Well, Twitter is a cesshole, so there's no.
And also,
no surprise
I mean, I actually never had Twitter,
right?
And I will never call it X. And I just it's. I think ever since Trump got into office in 2016, it just became such a cesspool of rot. Yeah, and the Instagram comment section can do that, but not like Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, Twitter is just gross.
I also feel like on Instagram, if somebody does say something, there are going to be like 15 people jumping in to defend. Instagram seems a lot more supportive.
There's a lot more support. There's a lot of just bullying on Twitter. That's just. I mean, and the fact that Elon Musk, who like owns it now, is publicly like shaming his own trans daughter.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so gross, and I don't want to support them. I'm very much the same. I feel like, well, when we were talking off air, you said, "Can I swear?" And I was like, "Say for it, say anything you like," but I may have to bleep you saying Elon Musk. Saying what?
I may have to bleep you saying Elon Musk.
Oh, that's fine.
he's a shit. Come at me, Elon. What are you gonna do?
Right.
You gonna drop a car on me? Ooh, I'm scared.
Right. No, you can bleep that.
Nah, it's fine. I'm kidding. Thank you so much for your time today. It was lovely to talk to you.
It was really lovely talking to you as well.
Tell Me Where Home Is, I'm Starting to Forget, is playing at The Space at Surgeons Hall in Theatre 3 every day at 1:05 in the afternoon until the 23rd of August. So get in there quickly. Time's running out for the Edinburgh Fringe. And for the Peter Greenwood Show at the Edinburgh Fringe, I've been your host, Peter Greenwood. We'll see you next time.